I think of drinking, okay? I don't drink a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that people drink more in other countries and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But my sense is when I go to Irish pubs,
Mm-hmm.
there is drinking going on full tilt. I mean, they're going to the place of obliteration.
Mm-hmm.
I never like to encourage drinking, but I don't want to discourage it either. But I want to discourage becoming an alcoholic, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, because where do you come down on that? Because there's so much of the culture.
There's a huge difference. I mean, like, me and Bridget live in a very, very small village in Ireland.
Yeah.
And it involves farmers, racehorse owners, trainers, and drinking. First of all, they drink a little bit earlier. They go out about 6 o'clock at night.
Okay.
But they leave at 8 o'clock.
Okay. They leave at 8 o'clock.
On the dot. And we love to go at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a social thing.
Yeah.
You meet people and you talk about horses and you talk about their cows and you talk about, everything else and, how's the wife and how's the dog and, I sometimes in America, because people, the culture in America has gotten to the stage where, like, you have a Kit Kat or a Mars bar, you're going to be obese,
Yeah, I know.
It's the same thing with alcohol. If you drink 2 drinks a day, you're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
We in Ireland, and I'll speak for the rest of Europe, don't think that way. They just don't. We drinking to us is a social thing. It's to go down to the bar, the pub, meet your friends, have a few pints, have a sing-song, get the guitars out, sit around, play, sing. It's more of a social thing. It's not this, I'm going to go out now and I'm going to get schnick-off-yet-faced.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have that chemistry about it, and I've said that many, many times. I think it's, I love having a drink.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do, but I love it in the sense that I love doing it with my friends, and I love talking about times, and talking about family, and it's not to go out and fall flat in your face.
Well, I'm just again, just talking from experience of friends and family and whatnot. It's almost like, we were talking about earlier about how they go to work and can't stand their job, and you're the oasis for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the other 364 days a year? The oasis is, the beer that's in the fridge, in the remote, and that's their oasis. And then all of a sudden they get, I almost think of like they almost get caught. They almost get stuck in there, and almost honestly, because I do think that we start out with just a couple of drinks.
It's a very easy thing to do.
And we're good. And it's a social thing to do, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I don't feel like, just like you were talking about with friends, you know what, I've got my number, I've got mine, nobody calls, you know what, I'll just have a couple of beers. Or, you know what I mean? I just don't want the oasis to be something that is detrimental to what I think helps us want to live, which is getting out there and being social and hopeful.
Yeah. You have to be, you've got to be very critical of yourself sometimes as well. And I think you have to be able to tell yourself no. And you have to be able to say, what, I'm not going to do that right now or whatever. I mean, we love to go out to the pub and have a couple of drinks. Out of a week, we probably do it 2 nights.
Yeah.
Other 5 nights we'll stay at home, cook dinner, maybe have some people over for dinner. But, it's very life. As I said, going back to simplicity, it's the simple things of life that make it worth living,
Is it different for you, though, when you're in Detroit than it is Ireland, how you live that? Oh,
no.
Really?
No, not at all.
So you find that for your life?
Yeah. It's not...
you make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we live in the country in Ireland. I mean, we live in a house in a tiny little village.
Yeah.
And we've gotten to know the locals. We've become friends with them. We have a lovely time with them. We come back to Detroit. We hang out with our family. And simple as that.